You ever share something personal thinking it would build trust, but instead made things awkward? I have. And I learned the hard way. Authenticity without boundaries isn't vulnerability, it's leakage. Today, we're naming a deeper cost of modern leadership, the authenticity trap, how oversharing is undermining your influence. Because when you confuse transparency with connection, you don't build trust, you bleed power. Welcome to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential, the podcast where your transformation begins. I'm Sean Michael, and each day I'll bring you quick, impactful insights and action steps to fuel your personal and professional growth. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a leader, or someone ready to break limits and ignite greatness, this is your daily power boost to crush obstacles, stay focused, and awaken the extraordinary potential within you. Because remember, greatness begins within. Let's go. Hey there, boosters. Welcome back to Daily Power Boost. I'm Sean Michael, helping you lead and live from identity, not obligation. Yesterday, we challenged the culture of over effort in resilience is overrated. What you actually need is release. And today, we're unraveling what happens when your desire to be real starts collapsing your emotional boundaries. Let me share a story. A few years ago, I knew a high integrity entrepreneur who prided herself on radical transparency. She shared everything with her team, her emotions, her doubts, even her marriage struggles, because she wanted them to feel safe. But instead of building closeness, she noticed hesitation, distance, an unspoken discomfort. Why? Because her vulnerability wasn't anchored. It was unfiltered. She was asking her team to hold things they never signed up to carry. She was confusing exposure with empowerment. First, containment creates safety. When you share in real time without processing, you risk turning leadership into emotional offloading. It's not connection, it's collapse. People can't trust your direction if they're managing your disclosure. Next, unfiltered sharing dilutes your voice. When you overshare, you shift the focus from message to mess. Your authority becomes wrapped in emotional volatility. Instead of, I trust your guidance, your team begins thinking, I don't know if you're okay. That doesn't build confidence, it builds caution. Finally, share from integration, not injury. Authenticity doesn't mean all access. It means discernment. It means truth delivered through healing, not in search of it. Because when you share from integration, you inspire. But when you share to be held, you burden. Let's take a breath. Where have you confused being open with being unfiltered? What parts of your story are you sharing to connect? And what parts are you sharing to be validated? Here's the truth. Authenticity without discernment isn't power, it's projection. Let's anchor this. Number one, contain your center. Think about a recent moment of raw honesty. Ask, did I share from peace or from pain? Two, discern the delivery. Write out, here's what I choose to share, and here's what I choose to hold. This keeps your leadership grounded, not porous. 3. Lead from processed insight. Don't share mid-spiral. Wait until you've integrated the lesson. Let your voice emerge from your center, not your crisis. Because your story isn't your power. Your integration is. I used to overshare, thinking it made me brave. Now I know. Bravery is in choosing what not to say so the right things land. And if I can shift from bleeding out to leading clear, so can you. That's today's daily power boost. Pick one, contain, discern, or integrate, and lead with clarity this week. Full show notes have tools and boundary setting reflections to guide you even deeper. And if you're ready to lead from identity, not emotional exposure, join us inside the Real Mastery Hub at realmasteryhub.com. Send this to someone who's confusing rawness with realness. They don't need to bleed to be seen. They need to be centered. On the next episode, we're challenging another leadership illusion with the feedback fantasy, why you're not actually open to growth. Because welcoming feedback sounds noble until your ego shuts down everything it doesn't like. Till then, lead clear, stay true, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential. Remember, transformation starts with action. So take today's insight, make it your own, and awaken your inner potential. Because remember, greatness begins within. Catch you tomorrow for your next Power Boost.